Hey, it's Maggie. I want to start off by saying that I tried to get as much footage as I want of me doing my niece's Valentine's box, but kind of towards the end, I was just trying to get the box done because I was kind of on a time crunch, so I didn't get as much footage towards the end as I would like to have. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna put up as much as the footage that I do have, and then if I need to talk about it some more towards the end, I will talk about it. Okay? So let's just get to the video. So as you can see, I have a variety of boxes to choose from. I went ahead and chose the Doritos box, and then I also chose one of these smaller boxes to go in front for like the handle and the button. I'm realizing though I'm gonna have to cut one of these smaller boxes once I get to that point. I then have this Animal Crossing box that almost fit perfectly, but it was just a tad bit too big. So I went ahead and just unboxed the whole thing, and I snipped the corners so I could kind of fold it in a little bit more, so that way it can fit, just exactly how I need it to fit. If you're struggling to fold the cardboard box, all you need to do is get one of your scissors or a knife and just slice into the cardboard box where you want it to fold. Not all the way, but just, about like halfway, and it should fold after that. So this is hard to explain, but basically I'm doing the area where the prize falls into in a claw machine, and I start off by just marking it how big I want it. And again, this is very hard to explain. So the top part of the box where I made the guidelines, I cut the sides, and I kind of show off with my fingers where I cut it, and I like fold it in. In front of the box, I cut this top, this side, and this bottom, and then fold that in. I then slice this little bit of the flap so I can fold it in and tape it to the Animal Crossing box. I also went ahead and made a hole on the flap. I just cut the sides and the top and then just folded it. I have this craft paper lying around, so I used this for the inside base of the crane. I didn't want to use glue to put the paper on the box, so I just used this blue tape, and I just folded it into triangles and then just put it on the corners. And there's probably a better way for me to apply this paper inside this area, but you know what? I'm not aiming for perfection. Still didn't know what to use for like the glass part without like using glass. I was looking down the party section, which I didn't find anything, but in front of the party section was the office supplies, and I found like these sheet protectors, like the ones you put in binders. Once I got home, I measured and cut out the windows to the claw machine. Here I am making the prize door. I basically just cut the sides. That way it could kind of make like a little flap. It is now time to paint. My niece wanted kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's theme, so majority of it is going to be black, so that's what I started with. And this might bother some people, but yes, I did not lay anything down over my rug. This is in my art room, so this rug is bound to get paint on it, you know, one way or another. So my niece's favorite character from Five Nights is Mangle, and she wanted a Mangle plushie to go into the claw machine, but it wasn't going to come in on time. So on this cardboard piece, I drew Mangle, and I don't really know how to draw Mangle. It's one of those that's a little bit complicated for me, so I just looked up a video on how to draw Mangle, and I found this account called Drawing with Blakely's, I believe, and I'll just link their video down in the description, and they kind of break it down pretty easily, and I had no trouble following along. And yeah, I just went ahead and just also downloaded a couple images to see Mangle's like color scheme, and I went ahead and just started painting her. after I paint her, I then just cut her out and then start painting the border black. So right here is where I messed up. So I used this blue Sharpie to make the guidelines for the checkerboard. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have just used like a regular pen or something. So, I mean, the checkerboards was going to be white and pink. So it was a little bit hard to cover the blue. But that wasn't like really the problem. I just had to use multiple coats, like more than I should have. But the problem was I used this top coat. And when I used the top coat, the blue Sharpie bled through the paint, and I really don't know why, but it bled through the paint and I couldn't really go over it with paint anymore. It would just be more and more multiple coats of the paint, and I was on a time crunch. I couldn't do that. So basically I had to just go over the blue with a black Posca. So this is going to be very hard to explain. So I'm going to try to go kind of slow. So basically I wanted to have like a shoebox top for the claw machine, basically so she can remove it. That way if she needs to put like goodie bags and stuff in there, it would fit instead of just having like the regular like opening on the top. So basically what I did is I got this like Snapple box that kind of resembled a shoebox top already, and I just made it smaller. So I unfolded one side and the bottom, and I basically kind of just measured it out and then added about like 2 more inches to that line. That way I could fold it back in, and then it should like slip on there pretty well. Okay, so I was getting to a point where I was just already ready to finish it. So all I really did that was left was just paint it. And then I also put in the plastic and then put on like a top coat. So footage that I did not get. So basically that front piece where like the button and the handle is, I just found stuff around my home. So like the coin slot, the coin is a token from our fair and rodeo. And then the actual slot is from like a broken piece of a bathing suit clasp, and it actually fit pretty perfect. The button's like a cap from like a bottle or something. And then the actual handle is cap, a glue stick, so it could kind of wobble around a little bit. And then I'm not too sure what that top red thing is. I just found it randomly, and I don't know what it is, but it worked pretty perfect. I then just put some of my niece's plushies in there. She loved it, and she was getting a lot of compliments from both teachers and students. Other footage that I didn't get was applying the plastic for the windows. Pretty self-explanatory though. We just hot glued it. That's about it. I was pretty nervous though because it was so windy, and I thought it was just gonna kind of fall apart, but it didn't. So I was pretty surprised about that, but I'm also happy about that. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.